Hi, I've heard a lot of people say you can't make great coffee with a budget espresso machine. Is that really true? Today I'm putting the Casabrews CM5418 to the test to find out if you can pull impressive shots with an affordable machine like this. This is a typical entry-level espresso machine. It costs just over $100, has a compact footprint, and comes with a stainless steel housing. For a budget machine, the build quality is decent enough. Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. By the way, I've had this little guy for 2 years now, and it still works like it's brand new. The control panel is super simple. No complicated settings or anything intimidating. The brew head is 51 millimeters, which is pretty standard for machines in this price range. It comes with a 51 millimeter portafilter equipped with pressurized baskets. These baskets can hold up to 15 grams of coffee, and the spout at the bottom is made of plastic. To install the basket, you align the knob with the groove. Well, it's not designed for easy swapping if you want to use other types of baskets. Now, about those pressurized baskets. They're also called double wall baskets because they have a single hole at the bottom. This design forces the coffee through that hole, creating creamer-like micro bubbles on top of your shot. It's very beginner-friendly because even if your grind size isn't perfect or you're using pre-ground coffee, you'll still get a decent-looking shot with that rich creamer everyone loves. What's nice about this machine is that it has pre-infusion, which wets your coffee puck before extraction to help with even brewing. It also has a pressure gauge, which can give you some insight into how your shot is pulling. The steam wand is a single-hole design. Not super powerful, but good enough for home use. You can also use it to dispense hot water for Americanos. Alright, let's pull a shot and see how it performs straight out of the box. I'm using 15 grams of beans, ground on the coarser side to avoid choking the machine since it's using a pressurized basket. With this type of basket, grind size isn't as critical as it would be with non-pressurized ones. After tamping it down with the plastic tamper that comes with the machine. No complicated puck prep here, I let it run. The machine starts with a few seconds of pre-infusion before that golden liquid flows smoothly into the cup. The shot pulls pretty fast because of the coarser grind size, but visually, it looks decent. Without much effort of puck prep or dialing in, you get a nice looking shot that works well as a base for an Americano or milk-based drinks like lattes or cappuccinos. But if you drink it straight as an espresso, it'll taste a bit bland and bitter. Definitely room for improvement there. So, how do we improve shot quality? First off, an espresso grinder will make a world of difference. You don't need anything high-end. An entry-level grinder like this, or a good hand grinder, will work fine, as long as it can grind fine enough for espresso. If your grinder has smaller step adjustments, that's even better because it gives you more control over dialing in your shots. The real game changer here is swapping out the pressurized basket for a non-pressurized one. Unlike the stock basket, which relies on its design to create resistance, a non-pressurized basket puts all the focus on your coffee puck and grind size. This means you'll need to dial in your grind more carefully to get optimal flow and extraction. But when done right, the results are significantly better. Keep in mind that these baskets won't fit in the stock portafilter, so you'll need to pick up a 3-tab portafilter along with it. Another small but impactful upgrade is investing in a solid metal tamper instead of sticking with the plastic one included in the box. A solid tamper will give you more consistent results when compressing your coffee puck. Let's put these upgrades into action and pull another shot to compare. I'm still using 15 grams of beans, but now grinding finer and testing different settings until I find the sweet spot. With non-pressurized baskets being more sensitive to grind size, you'll want to aim for 30 to 36 grams out within 25 to 30 seconds. If your shot pulls too fast, go finer. If it's too slow, go coarser. Simple adjustments until you hit that perfect timing. Puck prep becomes more important here too. After transferring your grounds into the basket, you might notice clumps. If you tamp now without fixing them, you'll end up with uneven density in your puck and risk channeling during extraction. A simple WDT tool works wonders here. It's basically just something to stir and distribute your grounds evenly. Once everything's evenly distributed, tamp firmly and consistently. The difference is night and day. The coffee now looks more authentic with real crema instead of bubbles from the pressurized basket. You don't have to use a bottomless portafilter like I'm showing here. A spouted one works just as well and is less messy if your puck prep isn't perfect yet. This shot tastes way better than before. Smoother texture, richer flavor notes like nuttiness and chocolate really come through now. All it takes is freshly roasted beans, a decent grinder, and switching to non-pressurized baskets to elevate your shots dramatically. Finally, let's talk steaming milk, because this machine can handle that too. I'm using oat milk here. It's trickier than dairy milk, but still doable. Tilt the steam wand to about 3 o'clock so it sits just above the surface. You should hear that tearing sound at first, then lower it slightly to create a vortex while steaming until it's too hot to touch comfortably. The bubbles might be on the larger side initially, but tapping and swirling smooths them out nicely. Even though alternative milks are harder to work with, I can still pour a simple tulip here. It's not perfect, but shows that latte art practice is totally possible on this machine. So this is my review of the Casabrews CM5418, along with tips for improving your shots and steaming technique. With just a few small upgrades like switching baskets or getting a better tamper and grinder, this budget-friendly machine can produce some seriously impressive results at home. Happy brewing, and see you next time!